Government shutdown is happening right now, and here are the effects to veterans and their benefits. All right, we're going to keep it very straightforward here. Here's how a government shutdown would affect VA services. Let's go ahead and take a dive into this. I'll zoom in a bit more. In the event of a government shutdown, veterans' health care won't be affected. The Department of Veteran Affairs confirmed in an announcement on Tuesday. Unless lawmakers reach a funding agreement by midnight deadline, they did not. A government shutdown will be triggered. VA officials outlined the impacts Tuesday to veterans and department operations if a shutdown were to occur. The department estimates that 97% of its employees would continue to work. During a shutdown, VA medical centers, outpatient clinics, and vet centers would be open. So no shutdown for you. For most federal employees, by the way, during the shutdown, they essentially just don't go to work. They don't collect their paycheck, but they will get back pay. So as long as they have funds to cover themselves during the shutdown period, you pretty much get paid time off. VA benefits would continue to be processed and delivered. That's a bit, this is what everyone cares about. Okay, they're going to be processed and delivered, meaning we're still going to receive our paychecks. All right, including compensation, pension, education, and housing benefits. But VA's benefits regional offices would be closed. It wouldn't hurt to close down that Philadelphia regional office. If you know, you know. Suicide prevention programs, homelessness services, and caregiver support would continue, the agency said. And really quick, I want to show you something right here. This looks like children just bickering. I have 4 kids, and it's exactly what it sounds like. And so the House Committee of Veteran Affairs on the Republican side said if Senate Democrats don't vote to keep the government open, extension of authority for treatment and rehab for seriously mentally ill and homeless veterans would expire. And then we have House Veterans Affairs Democrats saying, I think we found some agreement here. VA should continue operating all of its homeless programs even during the shutdown. We know they have the funding, so let this tweet serve as my blessing to VA to continue to operate all of its homeless programs regardless of whether their authorization expires. Won't you join me, Rep Bost? This just reminds me of my 1-year-old and my 2-year-old whining at each other. Anyways, so they're going to continue. Burials would still occur at VA national cemeteries, and applications for headstones, markers, and burials would be processed. However, VA would not permanently place headstones or maintain the ground at VA national cemeteries. The department would also halt processing applications for pre-need burials, and it wouldn't print new presidential memorial certificates. The National Cemetery Applicant Assistance Hotline would be closed. This doesn't seem like it's a big deal until you're the one that needs this stuff and you're going through that, lost in the family. So that kind of sucks. The Veterans Crisis Line would remain open 24/7 in the case of a shutdown, as would the VA contact centers. The VA benefit hotline would remain open from 8 to 9 Eastern, but the GI Bill hotline would be closed. The Board of Veteran Appeals will continue its work with decisions on veterans' cases. VA is committed to providing quality, consistent care and services to veterans, families, caregivers, and survivors. Department officials state on their website, VA's mission allows no exception to the standard, even when operations are limited by the absence of appropriations. And there we go. So you're still going to get your paychecks today. It's October 1st. You probably already got your direct deposit from the VA. And you're still going to get it on November and December and January, depending on how long this thing goes for. But short, simple, sweet. Let me know your thoughts down below. That's all I got. Peace.